Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of our Crooked Moon campaign. We're kind of winding down. We're getting kind of close to the point where we're going to be able to kind of wrap this one up, actually, which is pretty awesome, and I'm kind of excited for that. We're getting close to the end, but we still have some things left to do. Technically, the campaign is complete. We've completed all of our official objectives to get a campaign victory, but Bretonnia declared war on us, so we're gonna go deal with them before we officially bring this campaign. This campaign. What kind of? That's not a word. That's not a word. Self. Anyway, before we bring this campaign to a close, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pound out some major pain for Bretonnia. I think, it's only fair. Let's see. We're going to start moving a whole bunch of our armies, I think. We'll start moving them that way. And these guys actually all have pretty good events, buildings, command, all sorts. We actually have pretty good public order all over the place right now. That's awesome. I could leave this up here, but I'm not really too worried. We're not at war with any of these settlements. If I pull you out, military presence characters. Maybe we'll leave him. We're going to need someone to actually defend. But we'll start sending armies over this way. Let's take a look. These guys are still recruiting. We're getting some savage orcs into that army, some squigs, and then we'll be able to send them out to do some attacking. Let's go ahead and end the turn. And it looks like we are good. So, let's start out, first of all, do they have walls? They do. I think most of these Bretonnian settlements are going to have walls, which is going to be problematic in some ways. Let's see. Azog, I could bring him down over this way, and he has a wall behind him as well, which is definitely good. Let's boost the precise there. Get that lovely weapon damage up a little bit further. Let's see. And then I guess we just keep moving these guys. Grimgore and company. You can move as well. Looks like most of the chaos corruption, luckily, is kind of off over here, so we're not actually taking attrition damage as we get farther and farther along. So that's good. Attrition damage gets annoying. Actually, I should probably leave someone over here to defend these. Well, maybe I'll leave one army. Nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll wrap these guys up quickly. I can always raise a new army if I need to, and pretty much all of those settlements are relatively well defended anyway, so I'm not super concerned. There we go. We'll get him going off that way. You probably should stay up here just in case the Varg decide to give me a hard time and attack. And you are now at a full army. Let's look at the garrison here. Wow, that's quite the garrison. These guys. We're going to need some siege equipment in this army, it looks like, if we're going to have any chance. And I can't actually recruit siege units here. So why don't we move you over here to Carrick Ziflin? I can't recruit siege units there either. I'm going to have to send him like all the way down here to get siege units, aren't I? Or use the global. I should probably just use the global recruitment. That'd be probably a little bit faster. Alright, these guys all seem to be good. We do have a couple of these goblin big bosses that we can start moving out. Looks like in the Black Mountains I've got room to improve some stuff, so let's do that. Up here we can improve our pile of shiny stuff. And that's about all we can do at the moment. Alright. And at this point, we might as well take out Astalia as well. I'm not going to go worry about the Varg and the scaling just because they're annoying to deal with. So, yeah, I'm not going to deal with them. I'm not too concerned about them either. They're not really a threat to me at this point. So unless they decide to go to war with me, I'm just going to leave them alone. But we'll get some of these armies moved up. Let's bring Azog over here and hit Montfort. And it looks like it is a walled settlement. But we do have siege engines, so we can take that pretty easily. And let's just raise it. I don't need the money. I've got 186,000 gold right now. Or teeth, I suppose, since I am the greenskins. Let's see. What do we want to give him? Let's give him Warpath. And then, let's see. He's got Skullmuncher. Let's finish off Deadly Blade. Might as well. And then we're going to have to move him somewhere else as well. Paravan, I'm sure. Paravan's actually not that well defended. Can I move you anywhere? Let's put you right over here. You're out of movement range. You're out of movement range. Who's not out of movement range? Stitch Up. Good old Stitch Up. He's been a loyal ally for quite a while. Let's move him over there. You're staying where you're at. Skarsnik himself. Let's get him going. And then we've got our agents that we can sneak over as well. And this guy too. There we go. And I think that is pretty much it. Here we've got some upgrades we can do. Recruitment cost for Black Orcs. I'm not really concerned about that. I will probably want to do the Shaman's Hut up there once we actually get to that point. But for now, let's see. How are we doing? We probably want a boss's tent in here, I think. Just to help with obedience. You're fine where you're at. All right, let's go ahead and end the turn again. And our armies are just kind of getting over there now. We're on our way. Extra teeth, minus leadership, plus 12. Let's do the negative fightiness, but the increased leadership. That's probably a better solution overall. Can I? That gets you closer. We'll move you over this way. Grimgore, good old Grimgore. We'll bump him down to here. And he's got some siege equipment. Let's attack Paravan, and let's start building up some siege equipment there. And I think we'll be able to take that next turn. I'm going to move Azog over here so he can replenish a bit, because my army's a little beaten up. Wow. I did not realize that army was in that rough a shape. We're going to have to do something about that. We can upgrade that. Upgrade that, and that, and that. And let's get another boss's tent over here. I want to control the public order. What you want? Stitch Up can go that way. I've got all these armies that are kind of en route right now to go and beat up on Bretonnia. So they're not going to like it very much when we eventually show up. But my armies were all over on the other side of the map, so it takes a little while to travel over there, obviously. Let's get you over here. And you can keep following as well. And that should do it. Let's end the turn. Alright, so. Trait. Oh, that's horrible. Income, lousy growth, lousy obedience. Really, Skarsnik? Shame. Shame on you for that. I do want to try out Skarsnik's artillery piece. His prodder. Before we bring this campaign to an end, obviously. That's definitely something I want to try out. Let's move you to here. And do we want to go for this? I think we go for this. I only have the battering ram, but we outnumber them very significantly, and really all they have is these archers. The rest of this stuff is all cavalry, which isn't going to be able to stand on walls. So I think we'll be just fine. Let's go ahead and fight this battle. We haven't fought a siege battle in a while. This really isn't a fair fight, to be fair. But, you know, it'll be fun. It is what it is. And they can only spread their lines out so far, so we'll be able to get up on top of the walls and cause some damage. All right. Let's see here. We do have some forest back there, which will help protect us from the siege towers. Because we're definitely going to have some units that are not going to like getting shot at by those towers. So let's put... can I actually put the squigs in the... Can I hide them in the woods? It looks like there is room to hide units here. So let's try... There we go. We'll hide some squigs in there. Looks like Grimgor's going to come over from that side. So we'll be able to move him up. We've got savage orcs on the siege equipment. Don't want that. I would prefer to have these guys on the siege equipment. Let's line that up with the gate right there. Ugh, yuck. There we go. That looks to be pretty good. Let's put you in the front. Take all these guys. Line them up on the wall. Or actually... line them up on the wall going this way. We'll get our savage orcs over here. Night goblin archers over there. And our war boss right about here in front, I think. Actually, you know what? A lot of these guys can actually be moved up because I've got Vanguard deployment. I can move them up. What is, Oh, but my savage orcs do not have Vanguard deployment. Totally knew that. There we go. Try this again. So we want to get them as close to the walls as we possibly can. That seems pretty good. And then we'll move these guys up to here. And that should be good. Let's go into slow motion. And get these guys charging up the walls. They're not going to be able to hold all of us off. There's just too many. We'll get these guys moved up to right about there. Get this moving forward. We'll get my general up there to help break down the wall. Get my savage orcs moved up. They can help break down the wall as well. And that should do. And now we're going to have Grimgor's army coming in from this side. And they're going to have quite the time fending that off. Let's get Grimgor up to break down that wall, along with the Crimson Killers, who are pretty scary in and of them. They're pretty scary on their own, let's be honest here. Why? What savage orcs? Why appear in... No, stop doing that. Get up here. And you guys all get up here as well. They don't actually have any towers over here, so we should be able to fend all of that off pretty well. Looks like some of these got beat up pretty bad. My archers are shooting. Let's focus on these peasant bowmen right here. The rest of my guys are scaling the walls right now. Are you moving forward? Yes. Let's actually fire this catapult right here. No, let's put a breach in the wall right there. I think that's a better idea. Do we have guys on the walls yet? Almost. Get up there and get them. All right, we've broken one unit of peasant bowmen. Let's start shooting at another. How's the wall doing here? That was the one that I told it to damage, right? Yep. Good job, Catapult. You have so far done absolutely nothing. Congratulations. Alright, let's focus on those bowmen over there. And looks like we have control over these towers now, so we should be good. I'm just going to leave most of my guys on top of the walls until we completely take them. Because they do have a lot of cavalry. And the cavalry are going to be an issue. Let's get these bowmen up here. Looks like we've pretty much driven the peasant bowmen off the walls. Oh, they're still shooting at me. Let's kind of reorganize these guys as well. Get them on top of the walls up here. How's this gate doing? It's doing okay. Let's actually move the catapult up and get them firing over there. And I think we'll be okay. I could just camp on top of the walls for a while. I'm not super concerned about it. How's the gate doing? It's taking damage. Let's get some biggins in there to help. Oh, actually, no. No, let's get my trolls. I forgot I had trolls. Let's get these trolls up there to help out with the gate. That's a much better idea. Those things will actually knock down the gate pretty quickly. Alright, you guys who are on top of the walls, I want you to come down here. Let's get down the walls and come over there and get those peasant bowmen. I should have control over the gates now, so let's get my squigs up here. Get my general through as well. Looks like this gate has broken. So let's get these guys up and in. Get all my biggins charging in as well. Get up here. Get my night goblins. Get my archers over here. Boar boys, trolls, Grimgor and the Crimson Killers. Look at those guys charging in. Nasty Skulkers. Get these archers moved to about... I should have more archers than that. I should have 4. There we go. Let's get them moved over here. Get my savage orcs charging in. Goblin Big Boss. Squigs. Get in there. They're almost through. Why are my boar boys running that way when I broke through this gate? You guys are making questionable decisions. These are my Crimson Killers. Let's get them up here and attacking those Knights of the Realm. Definitely need some biggins over there as well. Got Knights of the Realm over here that are broken and trying to run and not being very successful about it. We're all charging up over here. Get up there and get in. You guys, archers fire there. Those Knights of the Realm, broken. Alright, you guys, on the general. He's not going to like that very much. You, stop firing. Right now I'm just damaging my own guys, which is not exactly ideal. And we got white flags going up. We got it. Fairly easy win. They were outnumbered by, you know, just a little bit. But still, kind of fun to fight a siege battle every now and again. My main army, of course, taking the majority of the losses. Grimgor only taking 2, which is good. I'm assuming... Who lost? Looks like I lost a troll. And 1 biggin. Not too bad. I'll take it. Alright, and ooh, that's a lot of loot, which is very tempting, but I'm going to raise it because I don't need the money. I've got plenty of cash. Alright, you need to finish off the gobos, and we'll go savages and then get back here so we can start working on the next upgrade for goblins, because then it turns these guys into just ridiculously powerful units. Bretonnia, do they have stuff down here? They do. I think I kind of want to work... I want to start working the other way. So let's move you to here. You are not fully recovered, but we'll get you over to Blackstone Post. I have so many armies. There's no way. There's no way that they're going to be able to hold against me for all that long. It's just not going to happen. Let's get you over here. I'm going to start working him into Carrick Asgaraz so he can replenish, because his units or his army's in pretty rough shape. And then I've got these agents who can start moving over, and I think I've got another one. Yeah, right here. You start moving over as well. We'll get you going too. Oh man, all the armies. We're just everywhere. Upgrade that. Sure, we'll upgrade that, and... do I still want in Carrick Cadrin? Maybe a Shaman's Hut? I mean, it's trending towards 0% there, so I don't really think we need the Shaman's Hut, per se. Because it's mostly a corruption reduction, which is kind of meh, whatever. Not really needed. Maybe we'll go... can I recruit? Do I have any, like, recruitment center over here at all? I don't know that I do. Well, here, Zufbar, Mount Goonbad, and Rib Peaks I can recruit. So I guess here we'll just do a pile of shiny stuff. Why not? Give it a go. You're still chilling up there. Alright, I think we're good. And... Wa disbandment. Who's losing their Wa? Why are you losing your Wa? Oh, because you're losing your Wa because your fightiness is lowering. Okay. Whose Wa was it? Grognok? Where is he? Where's that guy? Oh. Trying to figure out. Oh, here we go. It's this guy's Wa. Okay. So, we need to take a settlement, like, pretty much immediately with him. Let's get you over here. And I think we need to take this settlement down. There we go, and we'll probably get more fightiness from sacking it, so let's do that. And that should allow him then to keep his Wa, I'm hoping. Grimgore, let's get over here and hit this. Ooh, that's a lot of guys. Alright, let's go for some siege towers. We'll continue the siege. We're going to fight that battle, I think. And we'll let some of these Wa armies show up. I think I'll also get... Azog over there, or Azag, or however you want to pronounce his name. It's all the same to me. Whatever. You... Skarsnik. What to do with Skarsnik? Let's start moving Skarsnik over that way. With his army. We're just hitting him from, like, everywhere at once, basically. That's kind of the plan. Stitch up. Sure. Keep moving that way. You're fine where you're at. You actually need to replenish a little bit. So let's pop you over here. You'll replenish there, I guess, until, at least for a little while you will. Just keep moving them over. Like, sure. That was not the route that I had intended, but whatever. It's fine. Not a big deal. Walls, and... Do I have a boss's tent in here? I have one. Let's get one more. Up here, boss's tent. Here, pile of shiny stuff. And let's go ahead... Oh, unsigned skill points. That's always useful. I guess we'll go Vindictive Glare and Gorkle Fix It, because I would like to get... Well, actually, I really don't need any of the spells, but whatever. Too late now. I've got everything I want there. Actually, I do kind of want Arcane Conduit. That can be a very useful ability. And you... Alright, I think I'm good to end the turn now. This, for realsies this time. We'll go ahead and end it. Okay, let's see. That's all fine. We got new technologies we can resource. At this point, I pretty much have all the Ooh. Weapon strength plus 15% for Night Goblin Fanatics. Not to be confused. That's kind of not... If this was Night Goblins and Night Goblin Fanatics, that would be a very good spell for me to get. Or a good technology for me to get. But since it's only one, Orc units. Cavalry units. A lot of the greenskins technologies are really kind of underwhelming, to be honest. They're just not very good. Alright. So we've got that. We're gonna have to fight that one next turn, because we're just not gonna be able to do it this time around. This one we can win, and this time we will raise it since we just sacked it. And that should keep my fightiness up nice and high. Okay, so we're good. Let's do... What have I got over here? Nothing I'm too concerned about. Warpath. Let's do Sneaky, Stealing, and Evasion, and then Curse at a Bad Moon, because that can be useful in certain circumstances. I've also got a Goblin Big Boss in this army, who would probably benefit from... Wow, lousy armor. I forget how bad their armor is. But I think it would almost be better for him to get more speed. Get a nice speed increase. So he can outrun stuff and hit and run. Probably going to be more beneficial overall. You pop into Carrick Ziflin. You can replenish there. That's better. Grimgore. We're sieging that. Stitch Up. Keep moving this way. Snorko, you're fine. Azog, you're supporting over there. Skarsnik, my friend, you move down here. I'm really kind of surprised I haven't seen any Bretonnian armies yet. It's a little surprising to me. I figured I would have seen one by now, but I don't know. We'll send our Goblin Big Bosses kind of around to go and scout and see if we can maybe find them. But at the moment, I'm just not seeing any, like anywhere. It's very bizarre. Those are all fine. You're replenishing. We can upgrade these. I think I'm going to upgrade Carrick Ungor. And we can upgrade that as well. And I think that is pretty much it. Unfortunately, though, guys, I am out of time for this episode. So, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.